Hi guys, so welcome to my channel. I just want to go through with you the breakdown of Jpy Trade that I took on Friday, where I was testing a technique that I picked up off another channel called Stop Loss Matches. It's quite similar to how I already trade. If you look at my past YouTube videos, which is showing you how I look for my trades and find my entries, which is basically to trade the break of structure, wait for a retest and get in on a retest. Okay. This is essentially the same, except I don't usually trade this type of structures and I don't look to trade certain sessions, whereas this channel, which is Stop Loss Matters right here, there's his channel. I'm basically showing you the technique I picked up. It was off one of his posts, I believe on the 2nd. It was essentially, he likes to trade the London sessions. So I was thinking, okay, I'll wake up around the London session and see what market is doing, which means if you're trading in London session, it's best to look at GBP because, you know, that's the currency. So looking at this, I was watching the market and I spotted a channel that he traded that was very similar to another channel he traded on the 2nd. So I was like, okay, there's that channel again. First, you have to see which direction market is trading towards as well. So I could see the market was basically, we had a lot of up move on Thursday, the day before. Okay, and market has been ranging around this area, which ended up creating a support essentially around here. So let me just delete the slide. So according to the rule, you need to wait for a strong candle to break the support, which is the body of the candle. So if you're looking at it on the 30 minutes, yeah, this is a support because it covers here, 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 and here, okay? And that's basically the area I was looking for market to break. For me, this candle essentially broke it, so and closed below it. And when it closed below, then I'm looking for a retest entry because according to the technique I learned, when market closes, then look for your entry. But if market closes and you're getting around this area, you don't have much pips to go, which I'm not looking for. Always look for a retest. Sometimes you may not get a retest, and that's perfectly fine. It means you don't have to trade everything. Okay, wait for a retest. So once this candle closed below, this is the 30. As you can see, this also covers the 15 as well. The body closed below, strong candlestick right there. For me, that was a confirmation of a breakage, but then I'm waiting for the retest. So then this is where my retest came in. I essentially came in and I believe I traded the 30-minute retest. So I basically recommended an entry here. So as you can see, after this candle broke, this candle right here retested the zone. But on the 15 minutes, we got an even better retest. So instead of the market stopping here in 15 minutes, you could have got an even earlier retest. This would have been a perfect entry, but there's no guarantee the market is always going to get here because I actually saw this for the 15 minutes, but I didn't know whether the market would definitely get here or not. So this was a safe retest entry. So I chose retest here, market reached here, and then I chose my take profit 1 and take profit 2. Now you're wondering maybe why I didn't choose here for my first take profit, because of course you can see this would have made sense on a 15, but I thought if I had chosen this area, it's basically too close to the second take profit. So I thought, you know what, I will go for the 30 minutes body instead because we're using both views to trade. So I'll basically put my first take profit on the 30 minutes here and the second take profit for the 15 minutes area, which is here. And that's how I got my 2 take profit zones, okay? Now, if you also look at the 30 minutes, market gave more downside eventually, and we got take profit here. Great. But we were aiming for these 2 zones. This is essentially how I made this trade. As you can see, break of structure, wait for a candlestick to close below a zone that covers pretty much most of covers here, covers here, covers here, covers here. Wait for the candlestick. This candlestick body close below the bodies of these other zones, okay? and then look for retests. And the retest is usually somewhere around the neckline. Okay, sometimes if you have like a shoulder, you get the retest gets the shoulder. As you can see, we don't exactly, the breaking candle doesn't have a shoulder. If you go back to 15, so this breaking candle does not have a shoulder, so you'll be looking for inner retest. So you could have chosen a 30-minute inner retest, or you could have chosen it on a 15, or you could have gotten here. Either way, great. It would have been a perfect entry if you got in right here and took the trade downwards. This is how I trade this, okay? And now let me show you how the channel that this stop loss trade did. This is, you stretch it out like this. So can you see this is a very similar channel to this one that I just showed you that I traded on Friday. It's just a smaller version of it because it looks bigger on the, this one looks bigger. We go back to the other one. We had to do quite a bit of stretching for the other one, but we have a very similar channel, as you can see. So wait for the market to break the support, because this support covers here, 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 and all this area. This candlestick right here covers, is a breakage because the body breaks every other area, okay? And then of course, then you'll wait for the retest. So now the retest, I would have been looking to collect, to get in here. You know, potentially, if I was feeling more daring, I would have looked to get in here. But of course, the market went all the way here. Can you see this candlestick right here? Went all the way here. But for me, I would have been looking for here and maybe even here. But yeah, this would have been a perfect entry, and wrote it down. Of course, choose your take profit zones. I say take profit zones. Can you see market hit both of them? And that's essentially the trade that he depicted on this channel on the 2nd of January. And I was merely trying to trade the same channel using a similar principle, but my entry was modified based on how I normally trade, because his technique is pretty much the same that I've been showing on my YouTube channels, which is break up structure and then retest and then get in. Let me show you. This is normally what I like to trade, his kind of structures. I like to trade structures like this, whereas his structure, he's like basically when market breaks out of the ranging zone. So I guess you would call the ranging zone here. So market is ranging here. Market is ranging here, so you wouldn't be looking for trades here. So his technique is wait for the break, which market broke here, retest here, and then sharply shut up and take profit, which of course, as I said, take profit, this would have been your first take profit and possibly your second take profit, but market is yet to hit the second take profit, but you see what I mean. Anyway, so if I'm applying the principle of the ranging zone, this would have been the principle, but I usually trade this kind of channel. So for me, after this breakout, I'm always looking for retests. When you are trading a ranging zone, I guess you'll be looking for the retest and the neckline, but because I wasn't trading a ranging zone, but rather the channel like this, I would be looking for entry at the shoulder. So this is probably where I would have been looking for entry if I traded like this, and of course, and then take profit would be somewhere below this, and then I would have rolled this up from here. Market played around here before going up, but this has been an easier trade for you if you don't want to see market basically playing with your money too much. Just look for, if this is easier for you, then look for the ranging zone. But with the ranging zone, it's potentially less pips for you. He trades London sessions and sometimes in New York sessions. I will look into trading ranging zones, but I will see how this works out for me. But this is a very interesting one.